Steenwijk in the Netherlands, 100 kilometers northeast of Amsterdam, there's a factory, the first of its kind, which will produce more than 90,000 tons of BioCoal using a unique concept. This unique concept is called Torrefaction and has been developed by our company Stramproy Green Technology. With this concept, we process biomass such as fresh-cut wood and in the future other biomass as well into BioCoal. Every weekday between 20 and 35 trucks arrive to deliver biomass and collect BioCoal. In this documentary, we'll explain what we do in Steenwijk, why we do it, and what the benefits are for both environment and investors. Stramproy Green Technology is an internationally focused company with a team that has decades of experience in delivering a host of industrial installations around the world. The coffee bean. As a process, torrefaction is comparable to roasting the beans of the coffee tree. The beans are hereby roasted at high temperatures with little oxygen in order to produce the widely used coffee beans we all know. Torrefaction of biomass is based on the same principle. In Steenwijk, we're globally the first who continuously roast or torrefy biomass into BioCoal on an industrial scale and with high efficiency. The environment. Our BioCoal is environmentally friendly. The plants that we build are efficient and clean. That's why investors from around the world come and take a look at our factory almost every week. The principle of torrefaction and its most important benefits are the following. The biomass is transformed into pellets or briquettes called BioCoal. High calorific content. Later in this documentary, we will explain how we do this. The BioCoal is used in power stations as a replacement for natural coal. That has major benefits for the environment because less natural coal is needed. Each spared ton of natural coal gives a saving of 2.5 tons of carbon dioxide. Another advantage is that BioCoal is handled and processed in the same way as natural coal. That means no additional investment in the power station is needed. How does it work? Take a look. The Steenwijk project. Torrefaction of biomass as such is not new. It's been done in a laboratory since 1998. Stramproy developed pilot installations in 2001 and 2004. But there had never been a production facility with such an enormous output and with such great efficiency. Stramproy Green Technology took up the challenge under the leadership of Belgian entrepreneur and engineer Geert Timmermans. After having created a successful pilot plant in 2004, we found a 12,000 square meter site in the northeast of the Netherlands, where we could build a torrefaction plant to produce BioCoal on a large scale. Our factory is located in a rural setting, in green surroundings, in the picturesque town of Steenwijk. It represents the proof of technology and is therefore the company's calling card. The start. The production process starts in the forests where the biomass comes from. Foresters gather the biomass and process it into wood chips on site. The wood chips are loaded onto the trucks. The trucks bring the material to Steenwijk. The process there starts with the unloading of the biomaterial in 2 tipping stations. We check the biomass for metals and large stumps in order to safeguard our installations. The biomass is then stored in 2 enormous bunkers. From there, the biomass is moved to the torrefaction plant on a conveying system. The combined heat and power plant. In Steenwijk, we've built a combined heat and power plant. Alternative heat sources can of course be used for the biomass drying process. We stoke this modern steam engine with a lower quality of biomass, such as bark, for example. The produced steam is sent to a turbine with an electricity generator. This turbine delivers around 3 megawatts of power per hour. With this, we can provide the municipality of Steenwijk with power for the most important public services in times of emergency. Our output is the equivalent of electricity for approximately 6,000 households. The high temperature in this plant's combustion chamber means that the emissions consist mainly of steam. Because we're using the remaining heat to dry the comparatively wet wood chips before they're roasted to biocoal, we manage to utilize more than 60% of the biomass energy, creating a smaller carbon footprint. The management. The factory is managed from a control room on top of a tower. From there, the operators have an overview of the systems and the site. The supply of wood chips is managed from here at all times. The operators are also responsible for the general safety on the plant and for the continuous maintenance of the moving parts. Our objective is to optimize the production of power and biocoal. Thanks to advanced software, we can manage the entire factory with minimal staffing. The Torrefaction. Production of the biocoal starts with drying the wood chips. This is done with the available heated air. Before the cooled air is emitted, a filter ensures that small wood particles are caught and sent to the CHP for combustion. The dried chips are then roasted, torrefied in a reactor at a high temperature in an oxygen-poor environment. At this high temperature, synthetic gases are released, which we burn. The heat that is thereby produced is used to keep the torrefaction process up to the required temperature. With this continuous process, the delivery of the chips is kept flowing by vibrating spring reactors. The torrefaction is done in, well, let's call it a black box. This is a special production system which is unmatched anywhere else in the world. The quality of the torrefied material can be influenced by changing the retention time in the reactor and the temperature. At the end of the torrefaction process, the chips have reached a temperature of more than 300 degrees Celsius. The skill lies in the controlling and stopping of the roasting process, particularly when dealing with the sort of tonnages that Stramproy green technology produces. After all, at this stage, it still needs to be turned into coal. The torrefied mass is then transported to a mill which refines the powder. We then mix this powder according to a secret formula, which includes water and natural ingredients, and compress this mixture into pellets or briquettes called BioCoal. The final step in the process is the transportation to the 12 silos. There's room under these silos for the trucks, which finally carry the BioCoal to the customer. The technology. The possibilities go beyond what is currently on offer in Steenwijk, where we process biomass into biocoal on an industrial scale. We could also use cheaper biomass to make coal, such as fast-growing crops and other cheaper woody biomasses. We're constantly improving and optimizing the control software, which improves the yield of the plant. In addition to biocoal, it's also possible to provide activated coal for the filter industry and carbon for the steel industry, using the same technology. The economic benefits. Biocoal is a good alternative to natural coal. It's cheaper to pulverize, massively reduces the carbon footprint, and it can be produced out of a large variety of biomasses. The ongoing development of the technology results in increased efficiencies and the use of other biomass sources, such as fast-growing crops, which leads to even better financial returns. The investment. A torrefaction plant is attractive for investors. The return on investment for the entire plant is around 3 years or less. The construction time is 10 to 18 months, depending on the required capacity. Criteria which determine the success of a torrefaction project are the availability of land, buildings and infrastructure, electricity and water, long-term availability of woody biomass, own storage of wood chips or biocoal, heat source, for example, a boiler, the Torrefaction installation. Logistically favourable location, close to a good road and water links. Permits, project organisation, etc. Sufficient funds? Obviously. If these criteria are met, Stramproy Green Technology can draw up a tailored quote and turnkey contract on request. The customer can use this to prepare a business plan and make the investment decision. We thereby support the customer at every stage of the decision-making process. The team. Stramproy Green Technology boasts a team of experienced engineers and project leaders. They're supported by people who are specialized in purchasing, legal affairs, software, IT, and finance. The conclusion. Anyone who examines all the benefits of torrefying biomass must conclude that this is the future. The benefits of Stramproy Green Technology are: proven technology. Visit our plant in Steenwijk, the Netherlands. Environmentally friendly production. No waste. No additional investments at power stations burning BioCoal. Possibility of production of up to 250,000 tonnes a year at one single site. Various types of biomass can be processed. Return on investment within 3 years. Efficient and very competitive technology. Organisation with experience of delivering turnkey projects. Option to support the project after delivery. Continuous investment in the Torrefaction technology means that further developments are possible, which will be passed on to customers. Your information. If you would like further information, there are various options. Visit our website www.stramproygreen.nl